Sim, então, a semana tá diferente, né? Mas
So like every fight has its difficulties, its happiness. To every fight is the fight of my life because it's the fight that I need to go through to go to the next step. But of course, it's very special to be fighting for the title. It does come with a lot more activity. So during the week, we're gonna have a lot more stuff to do. But I'm just extremely happy to be able to have my family, my entire team, my friends, everybody that I love is here with me for this fight week. So it makes it extra special.
pô, é isso, é a realização de um sonho, né?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like we came in a little bit earlier last week, but we went to Dubai first, and now we just got to Abu Dhabi. But it's incredible. Everywhere we are, seeing my face here and there, and it's starting to dawn on me the magnitude of what's going on, and it's amazing.
Sim, definitivamente.
Yeah, after that fight in Miami, there was really nobody else left to fight. So we're really expecting that the title fight will be next. The opponent wouldn't really make a difference, but the title fight would be next. But that's the big thing. Like I've been preparing for this moment for most of my career. It was step by step. It took a lot longer than normally would, but step by step, consistent work makes me be in this position a much more consistent fighter than most. So now it's my time. I did everything to get here, step by step, and now it's my time.
Então, na verdade, faz.
Yeah, when we were looking at the rankings and the state of the division after the fight, we were expecting that it could be Mackenzie because out of everybody, like we knew the situation. Whaley, she was probably gonna go up, and so we started analyzing everybody that was an option as a title opponent, and Mackenzie was one of the ones that made more sense. So we were not expecting, but knowing that it was a strong option. But that's the thing. Did all the work. I think that it's the right time, it's the right opponent. Everything is lining up, and it's gonna be a great week.
Eu investi muito tempo, na verdade, né?
Yeah, I think that considering where I was on the Mackenzie fight, I think, of course, there is a lot of technical and athletic development. I am much improved in those areas, but I think what also led to that was my work on myself as a person. The self knowledge. Just trying to understand what was wrong, trying to understand. What triggers me, many things that might have held me back in the past. I was able to work a lot on those things, and that allowed me to become a much better person, and as a result, a much better fighter. So I think that work, more than anything that is done in the gym, it gave me the growth that I needed to get to where I am and to be able to be the best version of myself.
Cara, muito incrível, na verdade.
Yeah, the belt itself is the cherry on top, but it's a lot about the journey. Where I came from, the people that have been with me throughout the entire journey. Just getting to this spot means that I am a champion. Like I've overcome so much to be here, and I'm finally getting the opportunity. So I don't come in here expecting a happy ending. Whatever happens, I know that the journey was worth it, and I did my best. And if everything goes well, I'll get out of here a champion, and bringing it back to Brazil. Not just to Brazil, but for my region, it's a major feat. We're bringing, maybe even hope to my people that if you work hard, if you do everything right, you have a shot. We don't have much of that back home, so I think it goes a lot beyond just my case. It's a lot about bringing that hope.